Hello everyone, how are we all? Welcome back to my channel and to a vlog I've been very excited for. We are officially covering up the plaster. I've said this in a lot of videos previously. I didn't anticipate how long things take. Just waiting for things to dry, and then life gets busy, and then you think, okay, this weekend I'm gonna prioritize getting the plaster and painted, and then you just get busy and things happen and you're away and then you're back and then work gets busy and it's just a bit mad. So sorry things have been taking slightly longer. There haven't been as many updates and progress as I had imagined. However, that's fine, it's okay, and it's real life. And a lot of you have said that it's quite refreshing to see things taking slightly longer than you see online, because some people usually just steam ahead with these projects, but because we are living in the house as well as doing it up at the same time, things just do take a little while, and that's all right. It's totally fine. So yeah, my mum's actually here in town. She's been here for the past couple of days, and we've just been having like a really nice chill time. Last time she was here was the marathon, and then the time before that we were building the bookcases. So this has just been a really nice chance to just chill and not do a massive amount. However, today I was like, Mum, I'm sorry, we've got to get cracking. So we've actually had a call from the shutter company to say that our appointment's been fast-tracked and they're actually getting installed at the end of July. We thought we had a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. So we need to get paint on the walls and get everything prepped for the shutters to be installed, because I really don't want to be painting around shutters. That doesn't seem sensible to me, although I don't even know at this point what is sensible and what isn't. In case you can't tell, guys, things are just a little bit chaotic, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm going to show you the current state of the living room, and then hopefully by the end of this video we'll have a little bit of progress. So the plaster has now fully dried, and I had the instructions from the plasterer to say that what I need to do is get 100 grit sandpaper and just give the wall a nice little soft sand, sort of just polish out any imperfections, nothing too crazy, but just give it a nice little light sand. And same around here, around the light switch and things like that as well. And then we do need to get a piece of skirting board to go on the bottom. Again, not an essential, we can get that done fairly soon, but I kind of want to get the plaster and painted first, just to get... I'm kind of bored of this plaster colour. I'm not gonna lie, it's certainly not the colour that we're going for in here. So yeah, we're gonna give that a light sand. And then similarly out here as well, we're gonna be doing the same. Obviously I know it's gonna be quite tricky to get this fully, I mean this is really smooth, to be fair. There is very little connect between the original wall and the wall where we plastered over for the doorway. So yeah, and then obviously for the piece of skirting board down here, we will need to get this made specifically, so I just need to give all of this a good old scrub and a clean up, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get some kind of skirting board to match that we can continue all the way along, because this is original, and even like look at the curve, it's so nice. Yeah, we just need to give this a good old scrub, a scrub-a-dub-dub. So that's today's task. So we need to pop out and buy some mist coat, and I also think I'm going to get some compost to plant the olive tree, because if we're going to be getting a bit grubby today, why don't we just do it all in one? So that's today's plan, and the weather's actually really nice today. It's blue skies. It has been raining every single day for I think about a week here in England, and yeah, it's just not been very inspiring. However, today is sunny, and I feel like whenever it's sunny, I'm in the mood. I'm like, right, let's go. Let's go. So yeah, that's today. Oh, and also the bookcases too. So this is obviously where we had the rewiring done, and this all needs sanding down as well, and then putting the top coat on here to, not the top coat, the mist coat, sorry. I don't even know what I'm buying. Mist coat. So that needs to be done there as well. And then just everything needs a bit of a sand down. The skirting boards need a sand too. So I'm gonna put the dust sheets back on the sofa, give everything a sand, and then hoover it up. And then yeah, we should be ready to pop some paint on the walls, fingers crossed. I also have a couple of home things to show you guys that I've ordered that I'm really excited about, and yeah, I think you're gonna love them too. Also, this vlog is very kindly sponsored by Eufy security. Now, I've been wanting to think about home security for a while now, especially because we live in London, it's the capital of England, and we are in a relatively safe area of London. However, we just wanted to have that little bit extra security, and I know I spoke about this before on the vlog, but I just feel like home security is super important, and there's a lot out there. There are a whole host of different options, Now, Eufy Security got in touch, and I actually have heard really great things about them. Ewan, Mr. Carrington, my friend, uses Eufy Security as well, and he says they're great. So we were looking into them, and they very kindly got in touch and said, would you like to try out some of our home security and see what you think? And I was like, I'd love to. So we're going to be installing 2 Eufy cameras today. We've got the Eufy SoloCam S220 and the Eufy SoloCam S340. The main thing I'm so impressed about with these cameras, well, a couple of things. You don't need to hardwire them in, dream. You guys know my DIY is not great. We've just had hardwiring done, rewiring. It is so invasive, so dusty, so dirty, not great. The second thing, which is such a deal breaker for me, there's no monthly fee. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really trying to get on top of like my monthly subscriptions. I feel like I have so many like direct debits set up. There are no monthly subscription fees with these products, which is just brilliant. And then the third thing, which is absolutely incredible, is that they're powered by solar. Now, let me just explain this to you. Now, you might be thinking, how on earth is a solar-powered security camera going to work in England? And I had the same thing. I thought, we very rarely get sun, especially in England, so how on earth is that going to work? Basically, they use solar power, and you only need sunlight for 2 hours to power the cameras for the entire rest of the day. How amazing is that? You can actually monitor how charged your camera is in the Eufy app, which is brilliant. And I'm going to talk more about the app a bit later on in the video. So these are the 2 Eufy security cameras powered by solar. Now the main difference between these two, obviously, this one has full 360 camera view, dual cameras, it has 2-way audio and a 3K wide lens. So we decided to install this one at the front of our house and this one at the back of our house. You can also do audio recordings and talk through the SoloCam S340. So it does have a few more benefits. So we decided to install this one at the front. So if you've got deliveries or parcels arriving, then we can obviously just check and be, if we are out, like, sorry, we're out, can you just leave it with a neighbor? And we'll be back super soon. So really beneficial to have that transaction available if you need it, and you can have dual access as well. So Zara can access the cameras as well as me. So if we're both out and we just need to check on things, then we can. Also, Eufy have been very generous and are going to give you, one of you guys watching at home, the chance to win 2 of these security cameras. How amazing is that? And it couldn't be easier to win them. All you have to do is like this video, be sure you're subscribed to my channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below, naming one of your favorite Eufy cameras or one of your favorite features of the Eufy camera and how it would benefit your life. That's all you've got to do, and I will pick a winner at random. I'll leave all of the terms and conditions in a pinned comment in the comment section below. A winner will be chosen at random and contacted by me and no one else. So if you get any random messages, it's not me. I will contact you directly. So yeah, I'm very excited, but massive thank you to Eufy Security for sponsoring this video. But without further ado, I think we need to go and get some building supplies and let the dust start. Okay, first things first, we need multi-purpose compost because we're going to be giving the olive tree a replant. So we're going to get 3 of these. I kept some of the soil from when we dug up the garden, but that's going to be for the raised bed. So this is for the olive tree, so we need lots of compost and then gravel to go on the bottom for drainage. And hopefully it'll stay alive and thrive. Okay, so this is what we're going for. We're going for Wicks Trade new plaster paint in matte, suitable for damp plaster. It's £22. I don't know if we'll end up using all of this. We might actually, but it's always good to have and keep it in the shed for other plastering jobs because I'm sure there'll be a few. And we're just going to go for brilliant white because obviously it's going to get covered over. So, oh, there we go. Right. Okay, we're just going to pick up one of these roller sets. A lot of ours just got absolutely obliterated with previous projects. So, yeah, we can obviously wash them out and then use them for when we actually do come to paint. So yeah, we're just going to get one of these. Perfect. Compost acquired. I'm using Zara's car today. It's mine's in the garage. So let's play a game of how much can you fit in a Fiat 500. This is what we're working with. The boots are usually bigger in these folks, but Zara decided to offer the convertible version. And I love her for that. So yeah, there we are. We have, I mean, I could potentially get in that if I wanted. I couldn't. Anyway, right, on to Home Bargains we go. One of the benefits, oh, just turn on the engine first. One of the benefits of having a convertible is that when the weather is nice, look at that.
There's some tunes on.
It's where, yeah, it's where this car does come into its own. Where it lacks in boot space, it makes up for in lack of roof.
Is this the radio?
It is. Put it on, dear. You're in charge of music. Okay, we're back from the shops and we're going to fuel up before we start tackling any DIY. So we had some leftover French baguette. I got this at the flower station in King's Cross. I think every Friday they have a stall, like loads of stalls outside King's Cross station in London. Anyway, I highly rate the flower station. It's very delicious, and this is like a gorgeous French baguette. So we're gonna have that toasted with some tomatoes, basil, olive oil and balsamic, and a little Caesar salad on the side. Just as a bit of healthy lunch before we tackle a missed course, which I don't know why it sounds more like complicated in my head. I don't know why I'm panicking. Like it's just a missed course, but I think I'm like, oh god, I've never done this before. It's a new thing for me to do. So here we are. And then also repot an olive tree. Am I being slightly ambitious?
And a power tree, and a bear tree.
Huh? Okay, I forgot to film lunch, but it was very delicious. I feel it's just what we needed, like a bit of bread, a bit of salad. Goodness. Oh, the sheets. We meet again. I've had these on and off more times than I can honestly imagine, but anyway. We're learning from our mistakes last time, so everything will be covered. I just said to Zara, I didn't think we anticipated how much of a big job, just like, you know, boxing up and plastering over a door was. Like it shouldn't, I don't know, maybe in my mind I thought it was going to be a lot easier, but here we are. The end is nearly here, and I haven't even plastered it. Okay, so we're going to have the light sand first. I've got a piece of wood just onto the sandpaper, and this is 100 grit sandpaper, so it's nice and fine. I'm already absolutely covered in plaster dust. Should have had a mask on. I forgot to get one. Lesson learned, but that's fine. The prep work is the boring part. This is not going to be excitable to watch, guys, but I cannot tell you how smooth this feels. Honestly, I know it's been a relatively stressful thing, boxing up a door, and we've learned our lesson. If we're going to change the floor plan of the house, maybe consider, is it really worth all the heck? But we are so nearly there. I honestly think when all this is done, it's just going to look amazing. Even putting just some regular paint on the wall, white paint, just to give this a mist coat, I think will just make such a difference.
Do you recall when we were young, running from all things at once?
I know I say this every time, this is the first piece of paint we've actually put on the wall in this house since we moved in October last year, so forgive me if I get a little bit excited, but this is the power of paint. I know we've still got that piece of skirting board to put in down there, but genuinely, it's as if the door never existed. It just makes the room feel huge. Like it's just so much more of a usable space. And obviously that door in time will change to like a glass door just to allow more light through, but honestly, chuffed is an understatement.
Twice. And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind.
Okay, I'm not pale, I'm just covered in plaster. It was a very tricky wall, so I just had to use a really light sandpaper and then use my multi-tool and the sanding, essentially like a little sandy blade. So it's an electric tool, which I was very reluctant to do because the builder said just use a hand piece of sandpaper, but because the wall was so uneven, he kind of added more plaster than he wanted to, and subsequently there was a bit of a bump between the old wall and the new plaster floor, so we're now smooth. So I've just given everything a little wipe down. One last time we're gonna paint.
Stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. This road that
Okay, so while the hallway and the living room wall dry, I'm gonna now tackle the bookcases. So I've just done the first coat, and it's actually going really well, so I need to open up the cupboards because I completely forgot with the rewiring. This was the main access point. So I need to paint all in here and give it a nice little clean down, and then do the other 4 bookcases, and then plant the olive tree.
I gotta stay here for some time.
I am so nearly there. It's the last wall. I've just sanded everything. It's definitely taken longer than expected. However, it was a job I wasn't looking forward to doing, and it's actually turned out not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So there we are. There is a Every cloud has a silver lining, guys. Painting over the paint samples here because we have, very excitedly, got our paint on order. So, in a video coming very soon, you guys will see the colours on the wall, which is just going to fill me with so much joy. I feel like the vision, like the final vision, will be coming. So here we are. Okay, time has come. Olive tree is about to go into its new home, and I think it's kind of needing it, to be honest. The bucket it's in was very, oh my goodness, I've just realised how dusty I look. The bucket it came in, the roots were like scrangling out, so yeah, I bought a bag of horticultural potting grit, but something tells me that's not going to be enough. In fact, I don't think I've got enough of any of this, so this might be a part 2 job.
Time has gone and I grew up. I somehow made it through without losing sight.
Bag 1.
And I still wonder where you are, and if you found a way out.
Bag 2.
From the dark. The stories I've been
Bag 3.
told, they never seem to leave my mind.
This is either going to work or go disastrously wrong. I've dug the first, I mean dug a big enough hole, but it's a hole nonetheless. And I think, hopefully, that will keep to the sides. Man, chicory pokery, but here we go. Let's have a look inside and see.
Spanish. Go on, keyboard.
If I hold that there, why don't you go grab some garden gloves just to loosen up the roots? Is that alright?
On this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time.
Okay, the olive tree is in situ. However, I think I'm about 1 bag of compost short, which is annoying. But there's a shop near us that sell compost, so I'm gonna go grab another bag. But we are so nearly there. And I'm going to give it a really big drink and some olive feed as well.
Bruises they come.
Okay, so I'm going to use some of this liquid olive tree feed, an ideal boost of nutrients for any age of size of tree. So we're going to give this a very big drink.
So much more.
Okay, this is the aftermath. Well, we're done for today, so that's looking, well, it looks like a different room, doesn't it? I'm so impressed. I genuinely feel like the cleanup is not going to be fun, but wow, progress for day 1. There's a woman over the road who's renovating her house, and she's getting a whole new window and a skylight and everything installed, and she's up on her scaffold, and we both just like nodded and smiled at each other. I'm covered and she was covered too. We just went, maybe I'll go and say hello to her. Anyway, I'm gonna hoover all this up, go have a shower, then we're gonna have a barbecue tonight because the weather is so nice. Look at this absolute spread Mum and Zara have put on. Looks absolutely gorgeous. We've got a little salad going on, we've got some nibbly bits, some hummus, and we're finishing a bottle. Didn't bloody start it, we're finishing it, we will. Of this lovely Prosecco DLC. We got this from Taste of London. Absolutely gorgeous. Glass of fizz. Maggie's just chilling over there. She's having a little bit of alfresco chilling. Look at her go. Gorgeous. We're going to have a little nibble. And then we're going to fire up the barbecue in just a second and have some chicken flatbreads with salad. And I'm so excited. I'm very hungry and a little bit frazzled. But cheers to a successful day 1. Oh my god, so it looks so delicious. Lovely stuff. Cheers. Chin chin. Okay, it's day 2 and this has dried so well. There's just a few imperfections, and I think it's just because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist that I spot them. So I'm going to give the wall another light sand and then do a second coat of the mist coat, essentially like the wall primer prep, And then I think the paint is actually arriving today, which is super exciting. So I'm going to show you guys the colours that we went for. I think I've showed them before. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've showed them before. But excitingly, the Eufy cameras have fully charged now. I had a notification on my phone through the Eufy security app that said that they were both fully charged and ready to go. So we're actually going to use this little part of the window to our benefit. So this width is the perfect width for the Eufy solar camera, so we're going to pop it there. And I have mounted the solar panel directly on top of the camera, so that won't need drilling in separately. What I'm going to do is pop a pencil mark on 3 of these points here, and then get my drill bit and drill this in. And then this is the live view. It's going to sound a little bit strange, but as I move this, and we can see it move on the screen. So we're going to install it just up here, and then that's my mum there. Mum, give us a wave. Okay, right, let's get the drill out. Okay, so we're gonna just install the camera. So it should just click straight into position right now. There we are. And then I'm gonna point the solar panel more towards the window just to make the most of the daylight. Okay, so the camera is fully installed, and as you can see, it's tilting and pivoting, which is tracking obviously if people come in the window or near the window, and obviously if we are getting deliveries as well. So we can see a live view on our app here. This is the Eufy app, and then obviously you can go on your settings as well, and you can do things like motion detection. You can have a look at your power manager. It's 100% charge and a detection for 2 working days. You can do video settings, audio settings, and notifications as well. You can get full effect or include thumbnails, motion alerts, and then yeah, you can adjust the AI tracking as well, which automatically pivots and follows movement too. It streams up to 3K in quality as well. You can obviously change that depending, but I just left it on auto, and that chooses the perfect quality for us.
Go back, play it in my mind.
Okay, so I'm going to add the second Eufy camera here. So we're going to go on battery cameras. So this is the SoloCam S220, and then we're going to go for connected to router, pop in our Wi-Fi password, and then install this on the back. They're really straightforward to sync as well. So you hold the sync button on the bottom, then it beeps. So it just shows connecting on the app, just connecting to the Wi-Fi router, and when it's connected,
setup was successful.
There we are. We've installed it just in between our 2 lights, obviously on an evening. When it's dark, these are solar powered as well, so they come on. So the Eufy can actually have night vision security too, so that's very useful. So yeah, we just mount it in the middle, and there we are, we've got a full view of the garden. Included in the box is one of these Eufy Secure audio and video surveillance stickers, so we're going to pop that at the front of our house just to let delivery people know that we have a little security system. So yeah, I'm going to pop that out there. Here else, I've got both of my devices on the Eufy security app. So we've got backyard and front door, and we can access these at any time. So I'll just click on the backyard just to give you guys an example. It's just going to load up now. There we are, so nothing going on there, no one's in the garden, Maggie's inside. And you can turn the audio on or off if you like. You've got full control here, so you can use the speaker on, off, and then similarly you can take a little screenshot if you need that for any references. I also like that there's a light included in this camera as well. I think that's super useful. If you do want to check out Eufy security, I'm going to leave them linked in the description box, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section if you do want to win a set of security cameras for yourself. Just name which one looks like your favourite or one of your favourite features. Okay, so I just said goodbye to my mum. I just popped her on a train at King's Cross, and yeah, it was so nice to have her here. I feel like the time goes so quick when she's here, but I feel bad when she's here and we've got work to do. But she said, look, I would never visit because you always have work to do in the house. So this is very true. And yeah, it's just giving her like the little re-energized boost that we need, and it was just so lovely to see her. But while I was out, we actually had a delivery of our paint, which is so exciting. So I think I've showed you guys that before. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to set you up on a tripod and we'll just have a little chat on the sofa. Okay, that's better. I actually need to get the things. First things first, ordered some outdoor cushion covers. Now, because I recently purchased some cushions for the living room, we had the inners spare. So that kind of saved on buying outdoor cushions. So we just needed the actual cushion covers. Now, I went for these. I know these aren't going to be to everyone's taste, but I just feel like that whole lovely stripe is just so like quintessential of outside living. So yeah, I probably would have preferred them if they were a bit more of like a rusty red rather than like a red, but I think they look quite cool. So these came in a pack of 4, so I've got 3 here. I just haven't put the stuffers in. I only did this one just to test them out, see if they fit. But yeah, they're really nice. Obviously they are water, I think they're water resistant, they're not waterproof. But these were $9.99 for a set of 4 off of Amazon. How good is that? yeah, obviously we will pop these away in storage when summer is over, but it feels like summer hasn't even begun yet. Although today is warm, and yesterday was warm, so who knows, maybe it's got it out of its system. I ordered those, I think they're so nice. The lounge set is still looking like it's going to arrive at the end of July, so we've still got around 6 weeks. It got pushed back, which is just the anthem of everything at the moment. Things are just taking slightly longer, but that's fine. So the next thing, very weather appropriate, I ordered a new umbrella stand. Now, I have wanted to get a new umbrella stand for a while because the one we had was quite like country. I got it just on a whim at an antiques market, I think a couple of years ago, and it's like an old bread bin, so we will definitely, like a bread pot, I think probably would have been used for flour. So we'll definitely find a use for that, but I thought we could go for something a little bit more, not contemporary, but just a little bit more interesting. And it wasn't very tall, whereas this one is very tall. So I got this off of Amazon again, but it's just got loads of old-fashioned style, like walking canes and umbrellas on it. I just think that looks so cool. And because we're gonna go for a monochrome tile in the hallway, I thought it could look quite nice to kind of like tie in with that. So yeah, that was also off of Amazon. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was $29.99, but it is porcelain and it is very sturdy, so that's good. And the last thing that's new is this. This is a new book that I ordered. This is The Housemaid is Watching. So this is the third Housemaid book by Frida McFadden. If you've been around for a while, you'll know that we love Frida McFadden's books. We read The Housemaid's Secret, and now this is the third. Guys, if you've never read any of Frida McFadden's books, I would thoroughly recommend you do, because, oh my goodness, it's the definition of the page turner. I'm almost tempted to keep this for when we go away on holiday, because I'm currently reading The Mirror Man by Lars Kepler, about 300 pages in. It's good so far, but I'm kind of excited to get into a new book, so maybe I'll start this when we go away to France. So these are the paint samples. Now I was going to show you the tins, but you're not really going to see the paint. So yeah, now that this is fully dried, I've actually inspected it. It doesn't need a second coat, which is so good. I would really recommend that Wix top coat primer kind of thing. Brilliant. I'll leave that link down below. But yeah, I think once we get the paint on that, it's going to be pretty good to go. So these are the colours. I spoke about these before. So this is Dodie, and this is going to be the main living room colour, so we're going to go for that on the bookcases. And then in the library we've got this gorgeous rusty terracotta red, so that is Yes Chef, which I think is very appropriate. So that's going to add some nice warmth and mood to the library. We've decided not to go fully red in there, we're just going to do the bookcases in chimney breast, so kind of like similar to Dodie in that sense, but then we're also going to use Dodie on all of the skirting boards and architraves, so there will be a continuation of the dark navy throughout the two rooms to kind of tie them together in harmony. And then obviously the third colour will be this, which is Pablo, so nice creamy off-white neutral, just to bring the three colours together. So 3 colours across the 2 rooms to kind of keep everything in sync. So that's the plan. I feel like every single vlog I've been saying that we'll be painting soon, and I feel like now that the paint has arrived, it feels very real. So I'm going to wrap up this vlog, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. It's been a whirlwind of dust, but it's been a lovely one, and I will of course link everything featured down below. Lots of love to you all. I hope you're all keeping well, and I'll catch you all very soon in a future video. Bye for now.